Okay. Okay, so today we are planning to do 4 experiments. Those experiments are very simple experiments, similar type of experiments you did in some other languages like Python programming and everywhere. This is nothing but we are finding the smallest number in a string of numbers, largest number, then arranging the number in ascending and descending order. So you know the logic anyway. We will just explain the things one time. Yeah, so only difference with the other programming languages is here we are doing it in an assembly language program. Yeah. So let me start. Okay. So in finding the smallest number, let's do it finding the smallest number. So we have a set of numbers are available. So what we have is finding the smallest number. Okay. Find the smallest number. Okay, a set of numbers are given. Say, let's assume that 10 numbers are given. You have to find out all are hexadecimal numbers. You have to find out because the microprocessor is accessing hexadecimal number system. Okay, so all are a set of given numbers are given, and you have to find out which is the smallest number. So what the method is, just you are keeping all the numbers in a particular continuous memory locations. So let's start at 5,000 or some other memory location. So next address you will, because each of the memory locations, so right now we are considering only 8-bit numbers or 1 byte of numbers. Okay. So in consecutive locations, we can store the 10 numbers. So next memory location. So in this one memory location, we will store one particular number, one number. And in next location, we will store the next in next memory location, we will store all the next number and so on. So the number of and in this comparison, what we are doing in this finding the smallest number, what we are doing is we will first we will compare with the two numbers. The first two numbers you will compare. Okay, these two numbers you will compare. And based if we have a compare command also, CMD command also there, and that result will not be stored. Only that will affect the that and when they are taking the difference, the result will not be stored anywhere. Only the carry flag it will depending on the comparison. The carry flag will set or reset. So based on that, we have JC command is there, jump on carry. We will check whether the first number or second number is larger, and the smallest number among these two numbers, in between these two numbers, one small number is there, that we will keep it in one memory location or in the AL register itself. Then we will, it is something like one number we are keeping, while the comparison, for comparison purpose, we will take one number from this memory location and we will keep it in the AL register, and this number we will keep it in some other register. Then we are comparing these numbers, and the smallest number we will keep it in AL register. Okay, then we will go to the next memory location using the increment command. So we will check with what is the number present in this location. That number we will compare with the AL. If this number is smaller, we will replace the current AL value with this value, this number. Then we will continue that process, and finally we will get the smallest number. So for this we need a counter operation also. We are completing everything in a loop, because we need to do the same process multiple times. We have to compare two numbers multiple times. So we need a count. We need to do everything in a loop also. One loop operation is there. So that will be decided by the total number of total how many numbers are there. So that initially we will store. We will decide how many numbers are there. That number is loaded with the count number of counts. So then in this particular program, what we did is we kept in the first memory location itself, we kept the total number of numbers, or how many number of times the loop how to execute it. That number is stored in the first memory location. In the remaining, in the consecutive memory locations, we store the remaining numbers. So this is the logic behind this finding the smallest number. So only difference between the smallest number and largest number is instead of this JC command, if we are using JNC command, it will store the largest number in the AL register. Okay. So that is that is only difference between the smallest finding the smallest number and the largest number in this particular logic. Okay. So right now, research scholar Muthiramya will show the program, okay, and she will explain the things. And if there is any clarity or anything is there, you can ask us.
Thank you, sir. Is it visible?
It is loading. Yeah, now it is.
Thank you, sir. Good afternoon, students. This is Muthiramya, research scholar in EC department. We are going to see first smallest element in an array program. Here, we are going to assign the input location and the output location. First of all,
Muthiramya, your screen is not visible. Can you share that program?
okay. Okay. 1 minute, sir. Sir, whether it's visible? Document?
Document is not visible. Is it visible to others?
Yes, sir.
Oh. Wait a minute, sir.
Wait for 1 minute, she will. You people are able to see her face only. I mean, this Muthiramya C presentation, that much only, or any other screen is visible to you? Hello? Wait, you can see. Okay, okay, then it might be my problem. Okay, let me log out and come. Okay.
Is it visible to you, students? Thank you. Now this is the program. We are going to, this is the flow. Here we are going to give a number of data we are going to compare will be in the 8500 location, and then the data will be stored consecutively in from 8501 to 8505. Okay, finally we will get output at 8600 location, which is the smallest number among these n number of data. This is the flow. Here we are going to assign input location, that is it will be in source index. Input location 8500 is given in the source index, and output location 8600 is given in the destination index. Then we need to have a count for comparing each and every element, right? Count will always be stored in CX register. We are going to give some small number of data, so that we are going to use this lower byte of CX register alone. So the content of SA, that is the n count, will be stored in CL register, and then CH register is going to make it as 0. Then initially we are going to compare first two element. For that, incrementing source index register, now it is pointing the data 1 location. Going to give this first data in AL register, then count, we are going to decrease this counter. Then incrementing SA source index register to get second data. Now our source index will index this second data location. The content will be moved into DL register. Then we are going to compare the first data and second data present in BL register. First data in AL register and second data in BL register. The comparison operation will be done by means of subtracting, right? Compare CMP AL comma BL means AL minus BL. Based on the results, carry flag will be set or reset. Now if it is producing carry, means what is the meaning? AL is small than BL, right? Because AL minus BL operation will be there. Then carry generating means AL content is smallest element when compared to BL content. That is first data is smaller than second data. Then we can go to this step. Again, we will execute this program again and again up to the CX count will CL count will be equal to 0. That it will automatically check the CL content whether it is equal to 0 or not, because CL is the counting register, is a register used to store the count alone. Okay, now it will, if your carry is not generated means AL content is larger than BL, then what we need to do, we need to have smallest element in the AL. Always AL will have smallest element. Then we need to transfer the BL content into AL. Then AL will have smallest element. Again, we will go and execute this this loop. Then we will increment SI register to get third element. We will compare third element with AL content. AL is having smallest element. Then we will compare fourth element and fifth. Consecutively, it will compare by means of this loop. Finally, AL is having smallest value. Then the smallest value will be transferred to destination index, which is 8600. We will be having output at 8600. Okay, we will move on to software. Is it visible?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. This is your program. We have loaded the same program I have explained previously. The initial comments and halt comments are there in addition. OBC file is created. exe file also created. Initially, I'm going to give count as 4. Sorry. First data is F4. Second data 0, 1. Third data 0, 5. Fourth data 0, 3. E equal to, calling the program again. Now we are going to check the output at 8600. Now it shows the smallest number among these 4 numbers. Okay. Shall I give some other set of data?
What you can do is just copy paste all the numbers for the program and put it in the chat box.
Okay, sir. Can I copy from this?
Verify the chat you can do.
Okay.
Even it is there.
Just I can copy. Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. Now I'm going to give data. A number of data is 8. First data is 01. Second data is 02. Third data is 03. Fourth data is 04. Fifth data is 05. Sixth data is 06. Seventh data is FF and eighth data is EF. Now it shows the smallest number among these 8 numbers. Is there any doubt? No, sir. I will. Shall we move on to the next program?
Just wait for the students.
Okay.
Okay, so the program is available to you in the chat box. It is given. So what you can do is you can go through the program and just understand the concept. The logic is already explained. that is a simple logic only. Just check just check, go through the program and 1 or 2 times run it. You can take some other examples also and check whether it is how it is working. And if you have any doubts, you can ask us. We will wait here.
Sir.
So if there is no doubt, we can go to the next program. Next program is finding the largest number. The only difference is in that JC next command, instead of JC, if you are writing JNC, jump if not carry, it will work as, it will find the largest number. So you can check by yourself. Anyone facing any issue? Anyone facing any issue?
Yes, sir.
Okay, just share your screen. What is the problem?
Sir, is my screen visible?
Yeah, it's visible. Can you go to the program?
Code, sir.
Yes, code.
Madman.
No.
This is the code.
This is same thing. Anirudh, your screen is not visible. I mean, your program is. Oh.
No.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, just press that. Show the code again.
Can you again repeat it, sir?
Can you go to the code? In that program. Anirudh, can you go to that ASM folder? ASM file?
Sir, is it like first input is the number of terms, sir? Like number of inputs.
Yes.
Okay, so okay, I'm so sorry. I did a mistake over there.
Okay.
So I gave 7 inputs, but total number of
Oh.
inputs I gave only 2, ma'am. I thought it will take 7 as a minimum value.
2
Yes.
as numbers. Okay. Any other faced any problem?
show the next program also. Next program also.
This is the next program, largest element in an array. Here the flow will be the same. Initially, we are going to give number of data. Count will be count in the 8500 location. Then the location starts from 8501. Consecutive locations will be having the n number of data. The output will be there at 8600. Here the difference is we are going to change this instruction as JC to JNC. When comparing accumulator content and BL register content, it will subtract the content of BL from AL. If carry generates means AL content is smallest. If carry not generated means AL content is largest. Again and again it will compare for each and every data. Each and every consecutive data, then in this case, AL register will always have the largest element among the n number of data. Then finally, we will transfer the AL content to destination index. It will be stored in this location. Okay. I'm going to give 8 number of data here. Among these, largest number should be visible. Sorry. In 8500, I am giving count as 8. First data is 01, second data is 02, third data is 03, fourth data is 04, fifth data is 05, sixth data is 06, seventh data is FF, and eighth data is FE. Now calling the program. At the output location 8600, it will show the largest number among the 8 number, that is FF. Okay. You just change the command JC into JNC in the first program. You will be getting largest number in the array program. you put it in the chat box? If you have any doubt, you please ask.
Kindly go through the program and understand it, because we need the same program, in the in order to do the next two programs, like arranging the numbers in ascending order and descending order. These programs are the basics. First, we need to find the smallest number, then next smallest number, and so on. That way, we will arrange the numbers in the ascending or descending order. So in that program, there will be, instead of one loop, we need one more loop. So first we will like if you want to find the numbers, first we have to find out which is the smallest number, that we will keep it in the lowest position. Then the thing is, we will keep the same. Right now we are entering the numbers. Say we are taking 10 numbers, and we will keep the numbers in the particular memory location. So in this program, we are keeping it in a memory location 8500. 8500 memory location contains the total number of numbers, okay, or the count of the numbers. Then from 8501 onwards, we will keep the numbers, and so in the same location, the final results are also keeping. Okay, so we need to first we need to find out that we will keep in the first memory location, and the same program we need to because in order to find out in order to calculate, in order to arrange the numbers in the ascending order, first we need to find the smallest number. Then that number we will store in the next memory location. Then again this process is repeating. So only thing is, here in the ascending or descending program, we need one more loop. So one thing we will keep it in the in the CL register for counting purpose. For the next counting purpose, we will keep the number in the CH register also. Okay. So that is the only thing. So all these programs are direct programs only. I mean, this is just an extension of the previous programs. This ascending order and descending order, arrange the numbers in ascending order and descending order, is just an extension of these two programs, finding the smallest number and largest number. That you will understand after once you are seeing the programs.
Is it visible? Students, program is visible or not?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. See, this is the program for ascending order, array in ascending order. Here, as sir told, we need to have two number of loops. One is to check smallest number in the given array, and then again we need to check the smallest number here. See, this is the flow, input output. Initially we will give the count at 8500, then our data will start from 8501 up to n number of data we are having here. Initially it will number first two data. Smallest among the first data will be stored in the first location. Then it will compare second, third data. Smallest among will be going to second place. Then it will compare third and fourth data. Smallest will be going to here. Same way, it will compare all the elements consecutively in the first cycle. Inside one cycle, we are performing. This is the first cycle. Again, after fixing the first smallest element, it will again compare each and every element to fix the second smallest element. That is the second cycle. Up to n-1 cycle, it will compare again and again to get the number ordered in ascending manner. Okay. Then it will arrange the numbers in ascending order after the completion of n-1 cycles. In each and every cycle, we will be having n number of loops to get smallest number. Can you get that? Here, this is the program. We are going to assign input location in the source index. Here, we didn't give any destination index and destination address because the number will be shorted and will be stored in the same location again. Okay. It will be moved to the same location, starts from 8501. Okay. Now, there are two loops, first loop and second loop. So that we need to give two number of counts. The same count we need to give. So we are giving the count number in the 8500 location and transfer to CL register as well as CH register. We are going to use both the register, lower and higher register of CH register for counting purpose. Okay. Now, both registers are loaded with the same number. Then we'll decrement the CH register. Then incrementing the SI register to get our first data. Move that data to accumulator AL register. Then decrementing the count. Getting second data by incrementing the SI register. We are not transferring the second data into BL register and comparing here. See, we can compare the data inside the source index register directly with the AL register. So for that, you can use this instruction CMP AL comma SI within the square bracket. So we are comparing. JC next means if carry generated means smallest number is in AL register, then we need to go to this instruction to compare the next two elements. Otherwise, AL is having the first content is larger than the second content means we need to exchange the content. This second data should be coming to first place, first data coming to second place. Why we are using two exchange operation is we cannot do it in the memory location, right? So we are doing through the AL register so that we have used two exchange operation. Okay, then the same way it will compare the consecutive numbers in the first cycle. Again, in the second cycle, if your CH is 0 means it will go to second comparison. Then the second loop. In that loop, again SI is increased. Same way, next data will be compared in the next location. You can see this flow here, For example, I'm taking these 5 numbers FF05, 01, 03 and FE. Initially, it will compare FF and 05 and bring the smallest number in the first location. And then again, it will compare second data, third data. Bring the smallest number to second location. Then again compare third data, fourth data, FF and 03. Then it will bring the smallest number in the previous place. For that purpose, we are decrementing SI register in this place for exchanging the data and bringing the smallest number in the previous location. Okay, then again it will check the last 2 numbers. Up to n number of times it will do the comparison in the first cycle. Then the second cycle it will perform the same operation up to n minus 1 number of operation. This is not the same data. Up to n number of 1 cycles it will compare in the second loop. The data will be sorted at last. Okay, we will move on to program. This is the same program I have explained the PDF file is created. exe file also created. Going to give inputs in the location 8500. First data is always a counter 08. I am giving as a count. First data is, now we are going to do ascending operation. So I am giving 08 as a first data, 07 as a second data, 06 as a third data, 05 as a fourth data, 04 as a fifth data, 03 as a next data, and 02 and 01. We are going to check the output at the same location again. This is the count. This is the first data, second data, third data, fourth data, fifth data, sixth, seventh, and eighth. Sorry. This is the ascending order data. I'll paste the program in your chat box. You try it once. Is there any doubt? Pasted the code in the chat box. You please try it once. Shall we move to next program? This is the program for descending order. Where it is visible. Whether it is visible, can anyone answer? Thank you. See, the same way, we are going to compare each and every row in every cycle. But the thing is, we need to have largest number at first, right? In every cycle, we need to bring the largest element in the previous, that is initial locations. So we are going to use JNC command instead of JC command here. Then it will always keep largest element at accumulator, then accumulator content, sorry, AL register, then AL register content will be moved to the previous location, right? So the same way, as I earlier told, the same way it will sort the number of elements. For example, if I giving 4 as a count and giving data starts from 85012 8504 as 01 FF 03 and FE. Initially it will compare first two elements FF 01 and FF, then largest element will come to previous location. Then it will compare second element and third element 0 and 03. Then it will bring largest number here. Then it will compare the third and fourth element. Then it will bring largest number in the previous location. Then it will sort in this manner in the consecutive cycles. After CL is also become 0. After every cycle completion, it will the data will be sorted. We will move to software. The same code we have entered here. Instead of GC command, I'm going to give count as 8. First data is 01, second data is 02, third data is 03, fourth data is 04, next data is 05, then 06, 07, and 08. Count is 08. The next location. Eight. Okay. Okay. Do it. Starts from 7. Let me give some other data. Now it is coming correctly. You just check it with a different kind of data. You check it with different data and tell me if there is any error. This is the code.
Okay, then we will stop here. And if you are facing any difficulty, you can ask us. We will be here for 5 more minutes or whatever time you need. We will be here. So those